Senegal have released their squad for the FIFA World Cup, and it's a super team. I mean, they look strong. But here is the team, and before I even go a little bit more in depth into this team, let's talk around the players who missed on breaking into this super team of Senegal. So one of the players who actually missed it was Sheikh Sabali. He was at the last AFCON with Senegal. He really scored a goal in their first game of the AFCON when he came off the bench against Botswana. But at that AFCON, he played only 11 minutes the whole tournament. He's now moved to the MLS, so not really looking good in terms of the ranking, and especially the talent available for Senegal. Then there is also Mamadou Lamine Camara, who did not play any minutes at the AFCON. He was part of the team. He didn't play any minutes at the AFCON, and since the AFCON ended, he moved clubs from RS Berkane to, that is, Al Ali in Libya. But what was supposed to be a record transfer move and probably making him one of the highest earners on the continent, there were some administrative delays and he has not played football for the last 4 months. So for a player who didn't play any minutes at the AFCON and also hasn't played any football in the last 4 months, it would have been difficult to break into the World Cup team, and he's not there. Then also Senu Nyang missed the World Cup team. He has not been doing bad. I think he's getting fairly enough minutes. Not enough, not like a lot of minutes, but fairly enough minutes for his club. That's USG, Saint-Gilloise in Belgium. But he didn't play any minutes at the AFCON also, so not really that much integrated into the team, and he couldn't make it. There was also no Malang Sarr. He's one of the door nationals who wanted to play for Senegal in recent times. One of the best defenders in the French Liga. He was in the French Liga team of the season for RC Lens, who finished second place in the French league. But I mean, he's yet to be part of the Senegal team. So I'm thinking probably the coach thought that we'll integrate him after the World Cup, not when there is big tournament and you're not bringing in a new player, completely new player. So probably the integration will be done after the tournament. But there were some surprise names who made the team, and one has to be Mustafa Mbo. So he plays for Paris FC in the French league also. And if you probably compare Mustafa Mbo and then Malang Sarr, player for player, they are both centre backs. You would have thought maybe Malang Sarr makes it ahead of Mbo because, I mean, in the league they play in, Malang Sarr ranks ahead of Mbo. But then Mbo was part of the Senegal team in the qualifiers. He didn't play any game though, but then he got a call up. He was on the bench. He was part of the system. So this is a player who already understands the Senegal system as compared to Malang Sarr, who would have been coming in completely from the French system to a new system. So Mbo also has been very consistent with his club side. That's Paris FC in the French league. Plays almost every game, 90 minutes. So for his consistency and his familiarity with the team, I think that is what gave him the nod to be part of the Senegal team. Then there was the shocker in Bara Sapoko Ndiaye, who 6 months ago he was playing an academy football in Zambia. Sorry, in the Gambia, not Zambia, in the Gambia. He was playing academy football in the Gambia and got a loan move to Bayern Munich. He got some minutes getting to the end of the season, and his performance has given him a nod into the Senegal team. Then there are some players also returning from injuries like Ile Kamara, who got injured just before the AFCON. He was part of the Senegal team to the AFCON match. Just before the tournament started, he got injured. He was ruled out, and this will probably be his first opportunity to be at a major tournament with Senegal. Then there's also Hassan Diao, the winger who plays for Como FC. He rejected Spain actually to play for Senegal, and he also got injured just before the AFCON. And for the World Cup, he's fit and wants to play at the Mundial with Senegal. So he's part of the Senegal team going to the World Cup. The players called up were 28 in total, and it's 26 needed for the tournament. So most likely 2 players are going to be dropped after their friendly games before the tournament. And I wouldn't want to be in the shoes of those who be dropped, because imagine getting so close to going to the World Cup and then being dropped. But let's get into the core of the Senegal team itself, and it's a super team. It's a super team, and they still have the main players who were there at the AFCON. None of the main players were dropped. All the players who played in the final, for instance, are all in the team. So the goalkeeper, Edouard Mendy, is in there. From right back, Antoine Mendy, Crepin Diata, centre back, Musa Nyakate, Koulibaly, Ohaj Malik Diouf. You go to the midfield, players like Lamin Kamara, Pap Guy, Idrissa Gana Gay, um, you even go to attack Liman Ndiaye, Nicolas Jackson, Sadio Mane, all of them are in there. So the core of the Senegal team are really those going to the to the World Cup, pardon me. And I think Senegal are going to be one of the most underrated team, one of the teams you must not underrate, because I've said this on on multiple occasions that if you pick the second, the second starting 11 of Senegal, they can probably make a push to win the AFCON. Not starting it in other countries, I'll make a push to win the AFCON to be the best team on the continent. That's the second team of Senegal, because you look at the squad they're going to the World Cup with, the goalkeepers. There's Murray Diaw, who plays for Le Havre in the French league. He starts almost every game. There's Yevan Diouf, who plays for OTC Nice, also starts almost every game. So you have three top goalkeepers in the list. You go to the centre backs, they have about 4 to 5 top centre backs who are all playing. Probably the only one not playing is Mamadou Sarr, and that's because he moved from Strasbourg, where he was the captain, to Chelsea, who are probably going through some struggle. So he's the only one not really playing, but all the others are playing. Musa Nyakate is playing. Koulibaly, when fit, is playing. Mustafa Mbo is playing. You go to even the fullbacks. Ismail Jacobs, Galatasaray is playing, and he's the backup fullback ahead of. And there's Elhaj Malik Diouf who starts. You go to right back. There's Crepin Diata who plays for Monaco playing, and the backup is Antoine Mendy who plays for OGC Nice, and even Ile Kamara who plays for Anderlecht. You go to midfield, they can start a, a variety of midfield. You can have Pap Matassa play alongside maybe Pap Guy or this again again. You could bring in Habib Diarra. It has so many variations, and even in attack, so many numbers. There's even Ibrahim Mbaye, the young star from PSG, who was so good at the AFCON. So for me, I think Senegal is one of the teams to really look out for, not only from Africa, but then teams to look out for in the World Cup. Really underrated. And I'm seeing them really writing a good story in this tournament. So I'll do a further breakdown of the Senegal team itself going to the tournament. But for now, this is the Senegal team going to the World Cup. And what are your thoughts on it?